This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It's a 2006 Ford F250 Crew Cab Long Bed XLT, which is cloth, 6.0 turbo diesel, and it's four-wheel drive. It has the FX4, which is the off-road suspension package they put on at the factory. This is an interesting truck. We sold it to a guy in El Paso. He's military in El Paso about 2.5 months ago. He sends us this email saying, I recently purchased an F250 from you. I'm very happy with my purchase, but I got orders, military, to go overseas. The truck is too big to take with me. I just wondered if you'd be willing to work with me on this issue, such as a trade on the Acura and some cash back. We did that, so that's why we have the truck back. Really nice guy. Drove down here a couple hundred miles and left with our Acura and left us here. He said when he had it, he had new oil rails installed, new injector gaskets. He also did the IPR sensor and a high pressure oil pump. None of those things I believe it needed. I think that somebody took advantage of him, which is sad. But those are new parts. We did notice when we got it back, it had a little tiny seepage in the radiator, so we put a brand new radiator in it. We also know that somebody, before we sold it to this guy, they had stolen all the parking sensors out of the rear bumper, so it doesn't have parking sensors. So you don't have the parking sensor feature. All right, those are just a fortune to replace, and we've been backing up for years without them. So that's that. All right, it's got a nice set of BFGs all the way around. I would say they're probably 50% tread. These used to be Rancho suspension, which is part of the FX4 package, but somebody put some newer shocks. They look like they're Bilsteins probably. And I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you what's going on here. As much as I can, I will tell you. We do a very thorough inspection. This thing's been through our shop twice. We know this one real well. Beautiful truck. Guy was bummed. I mean, he just got it, you know, the way he wanted it, and then they're sending him overseas. So anyway, it's on a salvage title due to theft, not collision. We've already restored the title, so that'll be part of our deal here, is that you save the $200 we normally charge. You'll already have a restored salvage title, which is nice. Little touch up here. Tires. Insurance companies give them salvage titles so that they won't get sued when they sell it to us. I sell it to you, and you run a stop sign and lawyers get involved and try to blame the truck instead of the driver. That's why they do it. They just want a divorce. They've already gotten destroyed on this vehicle when they paid off the victim of the original theft. So getting sued for $500,000 because you ran a stop sign when they could just give it a salvage title is the way to go. So it's all about lawyers and liability. We have a little 3-minute animated video. There's a little chip in the taillight that describes that even better. Just watch that. It's attorneys. Pretty much always attorneys, isn't it? Tires are in pretty good shape. Looks to me like it had probably some of those wind things over the windows or something. Discolored that molding. I'm going to fire this truck up. We're going to go under the hood. I'm going to show you where all the Ford stamps are supposed to be. 106,266 miles. The stamps on the fenders and on the core support need to be there. Otherwise, you would assume the parts have been replaced due to a wreck. So we're looking for Ford stamps on both fenders and on both sides of the core support. There's a Ford stamp there. New battery. There's the Ford stamp right between my fingers. Stickers where they belong. This is a new radiator. We just installed it. There's a Ford stamp. New battery on this side. There's the Ford stamp there. It's kind of a bummer. We didn't really do very well. We just wanted to help him, so we got him out of this and into the car that he could deal with. But it's a shame. This is a really nice truck. He was bumming, but he was in a hurry and he had to go. So we wrote him a healthy check and gave him the Acura, and off he went. This thing's in great shape. That's interesting to have an XLT with a power passenger seat. Up and back works fine. Seat up, seat down, rear seat up, rear seat down, front seat up, front seat down. Nice truck. Wow, this is a really nice truck. Like I said, they stole the parking sensor. See, we have holes there. They're about 150 bucks a whack. And then inevitably you buy them, and then you hook it up, and somebody's cut a wire when they stole them. It's just a nightmare. So I don't even recommend going there. Parking sensors, rear sliding windows, and tire monitor lights are just a waste of time. That's out, in, down, up. Other side, out, in, up, down. Alright, let's see. Locks work. Power seat forward, back, whole seat up, whole seat down. Front seat cushion up, front seat cushion down, rear seat cushion up, rear seat cushion down. There was a tear in this seat before we sold it to him, obviously, and we had a repair done to it. Other than that, looking pretty good. Back that goes. A little grab. Adjustable pedals, that's down, that's up. Tilt wheel, that works fine. Alright, let me climb in here. God, it's hot. It's about 105 or 6 here today. And the humidity's coming. Monsoon's going to be here any day now. So the humidity's starting to roll in from the south.
Snacks you need to fuel up.
Alright, that works. MP3 capable, CD player, AM. Alright, let's see. 106,266 miles. There's your tow on, off, there. Got cruise control there. Like I said, parking sensor right there, so obviously that can't work. Let me move forward here a little bit, and I will. Oh, I got the seatbelt on, don't I? That would be the law. Oh, you know what? Let me put it in park here and try the moonroof real quick. There you go. There's your moonroof. And that's sliding fast. That's a good motor in that one. That can get pricey when they're starting to creep. All right, let's see. Put it neutral. Now we're in 4 low. Drive. And reverse. That's a nice truck. That's a really nice truck. Let me turn the air down here so you can hear me. Neutral. And now 4 high. Now we're in 4 high. It's a drive. And reverse. Alright, let's go to, let's see, 2-wheel drive. Now we're in 2-wheel drive. Alright. Because this truck's on a salvage title, actually it's a restored salvage title. We don't need to get it. I was going to give you my inspection speech, but it's already done. So that's a save $200 for you. So if you come to Tucson, you're going to pay dock fee and you're going to pay taxes. $250 dock fee. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. So if you come from a state with a 3% tax rate and you come to drive this thing home, you're going to pay 5% tax and you're going to pay $250 dock fee. If you're one of our friends from Alaska that come down here all the time to drive their 6,000 or 7,000 miles home, they have 0%. So when they come here, they only pay 2% tax and a $250 dock fee. Be quiet here for a second. Boy, this thing runs good. Really strong. Wow. This is a really nice truck. Yeah, no wonder he was bumming. So anyway, if you pay by wire and ship, there's no tax, no dock fee, no restore fee, nothing. Just pay the agreed upon price, and we mail you the restored salvage title, notarized. Everything will be in your file online. Everything that we have on this truck, from the insurance title we originally had to the title from Paul to current title, will be online. Boy, this thing is really solid truck. Like this truck. Let's see. Make sure you get a deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. We'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com. You'll know it's yours until then it is for sale. Lastly, I say this on all the trucks, even though I'm pretty sure this is not an issue with this truck, but every truck we have, I say this at the end of a video. They're not new, okay? We don't know what's going to happen to them. Ford gives it X amount of miles, X amount of years on their warranty, because the engineers don't know what's going to happen after a certain number of years or miles either. If they don't know, how do we know? What I'm saying is there's risk inherent in buying anything used. So if you can't accept risk, do not buy anything used. Don't buy a toaster, don't buy a used plant, don't buy a used anything, okay? Because there's risk. You're saving a ton of money. Just assume that you might have to spend some money sooner or later, maybe next week, maybe 10 years from now, on something that needs a repair. It could be a windshield wiper motor, a window, a lock, it could be a transmission, it could be the entire motor. Who knows? Now, I doubt it here because this thing is really solid. He did the high pressure oil pump, he did the IPR sensor. We did a radiator. It's got 2 brand new batteries in it. It's got a moonroof that's working really well, which is great because they usually are creeping by 100,000 miles. They're famous for EGRs. We didn't do an EGR on this truck because it doesn't need one. You don't fix something that's not broken. EGRs, if you get one, if you buy the part from Bulletproof, they're about $400 plus the fluids, $100, so you're into about $500 in parts. And a reputable shop can do it in 5 to 7 hours. So at the most, $1,500 in parts and labor, and you got a great EGR. I wouldn't do that on this truck because it's fine. But if you wanted to do it preemptively, like a lot of people do, that's what it would run you. Somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500. But like I said, I don't think this thing needs it, and I don't think it's going to need it for quite some time. And that's it. All right? Thank you very much for your time.